it's not correct. It's the service. The service runs. That's
Yeah, SVC02. Yeah, SVC03. SVC03.
Yeah, I thought it was 3.
Second half underway, and so far the Dons with a dizzying performance.
Yeah, okay, so it's directly caching in USVC03 and the website itself. So I'll do some other checks and some bits. Right. Anyway, thank you for your time, people. We'll do this all again tomorrow.
Alright.
Thank you.
See ya.
Walker. Conte now. Ronaldo. Well, far too much elevation there. Neymar. Here's Garincha. No real conviction in the challenge. Not to be this time. Couldn't hang on to the ball. Can he put it away? Well, the keeper reacted magnificently.
Well, that was a magnificent save. Just how did he keep that out? That's incredible.
A chance to whip it in. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Johan Cruyff. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Over the byline, hence a goal kick. Carlson. Well, it was completely miscontrolled. Disappointing. What an incisive pass from Johan Cruyff. And danger still. Well, they can keep possession now. 30 minutes left for play. Osimhen. And he's going to be disappointed with that pass. Possibilities inside the box.
That was good, yeah. Why is that not working? Sorry, bro. Oh, I misspelled your name. That's on me.
Take it away.
Okay, no till 5 p.m. No till 5 p.m.
Oh, that is a superb save.
Hold on, Kogo underscore Dylan.
Short corner routine.
Alright, try now. Big difference between Gordon and Mbappe. Yeah, you can feel it. He's way sharper. Same with Messi. Like you can just feel the pace upgrade and stuff. Like he's just a bit sharper at everything. I think I want to get rid of Lautaro. I think Lautaro needs to go. I might do an iPhone pack. But I don't know if I've got fodder for that. I've got Pogba, Immobile, 84 Guerrero. Or anyone else?
Oh, lovely ball.
I've got Cavani. Nah, it's not looking good. How much is it, boys, from scraps to mid-icon pack? So this is Bram's team. And he's asking basically Mbappe, Ronaldo. You can stick Ronaldo this side. This is Mbappe, Ronaldo, or in this team, I would get an Mbappe. I think you're lacking a bit of pace. I reckon Mbappe, Tini Mbappe. He fits as well. I reckon Tini Mbappe. 350. After these 10 and 0, they might be able to pull it off. Yo, he won agent, bro. No Bundesliga, Liga. I mean, I wouldn't expect me to get any into them, you know, since it's E-Premier League. Absolute donut. What team you're in EPL? Watford, lad. Watford.
There's a slide rule pass.
Would you choose between Bailey, Cruyff and mid-use?
Tremendous
Probably
intuition
mid-use.
to win it back. And that's gone out of
No,
play.
Ginola, but he's Cruyff. Oh, that's short. Alright, who else can go striker then? I guess Jota and CR7.
Neymar. Sanchez. What a crucial
Oh, he's League
intervention
One,
inside
of
the
course
box.
he is. Yeah, he is. That's me. I'm an idiot. Is Robbie Keane in there? Robbie Keane to glory?
Greif.
That's
Mbappe.
a red. That's a little cheeky one. No, Ginola is actually really annoying. Jota, UCL Timmer. Nah, he's not got enough skill all week for. I'd say
Deliver it with accuracy.
Jota or Salah. No, not Salah.
Not on the target. Space was at a premium.
So if you had a lot of accounts, boys, anyone in the world you can use. Who do you go? CR7 and who in Prem? Is there no icons? Do you not go Cantona?
Carlson.
What about Cantona? Martial, yeah, you could do Martial with Jesus. Yeah. Jesus. 5-star Jesus. 5-star Jesus. Got his bad. And a copy of us in tactics. I'm tempted Kenny to be. Yeah, he's great by the way. I used him yesterday. His finesses are outrageous. Yeah, I think Jesus. Brandon feels a little clunky. Best CB to pair with him, more agile one. If you're looking for agility, you probably go with like Cordova or like Jallo maybe, or Collins. I'd say try and get Rudiger if you can afford it. Rudiger's well.
Touched onto the woodwork. And he read it superbly.
Some people just don't defend. It's interesting.
Greif.
But to wear course then, yeah, I can go straight in.
Teammate in support. Well, the post getting in the way there. Really classy goalkeeping. But now it grinds to a halt because the flag has
Maybe
been
worth
raised.
it. Probably a solid keeper.
Carlson.
That's what you mean.
So 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Showing good defensive judgment.
I think Rudiger might be the best CV.
Over the touchline for a throw in.
Mid Pele or mid Cruyff? Pele all day long.
Will he
That's
play
good
it
though.
in?
But Pele's great.
Renato Sanchez with it
It's
now.
just not having a
The referee blows for full time. It ends in a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here.
You're absolutely right, Derek. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace.
I tried to cancel, but I killed it. Really good NT. No, sorry, not Mark. Mark's the best. I haven't tried him though, but Mark, like on paper, there's no reason why. Because obviously you try the old Marquinhos here, he's very good. On paper, Team Marquinhos. Have you ever tried Marquinhos? That's what we're saying. I'm sure some of you have. I'm the rich people. Yeah, Hobo, you were took way too long, my friend. I'll recommit you in a sec, alright? You get 60 seconds after the permit link. Permit link. Thank you, Crazy. Crazy, how long we got until we can get your name back? Gotta be soon, right? After the game, yeah. 3 days, yeah, he counted down. I got tradable Mark from Premier League 1, he's so good. Yeah.
Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And we have action from the Elite Division coming right up. It's the Dons versus Beast FC.
Thanks, Derek. Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, pinning the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
And here's how it looks for Dons. Edouard Mendy stance between the posts. Joao Cancelo starts with Theo Hernandez in the wide defensive areas. And up front today, Johan Cruyff. The starting 11 for Beast FC. Lev Yashin begins in
Oh,
goal.
Derek, what a moment this could be.
Palmed away by the keeper.
Well, so close to getting that early goal there, but it was a wonderful save by the keeper, you have to say.
Well, no stopping him. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Well, the phrase, nobody does it better, and just making the run a bit too early. Offside as a result. Gavincha. Splendid tackle, and a throw-in coming up. Hakimi. The ball with Chiesa. Jorginho. Conte. Puskás. And they find a gap in the defence. No problems grabbing hold of that one. Gavincha. Intelligent threaded pass here. That's a fairly easy save for any keeper to make. Puskás. Jorginho. The ball with Chiesa. Renato Sanchez. Neymar. Gavincha. Now Cruyff. Oh, a vital interception. Getting right on top of their opponents and winning it back. Intercepting it intelligently. Oh, lovely incisive pass. Well, it didn't happen for them in attack. Intense pressure. Seko Fofana. Here's Renato Sanchez. Oh, couldn't quite find his teammate. Joao Cancelo.
Huh?
Jorginho. Shot attempted.
Our food.
Nicely saved.
Oh shit.
Ruben Diaz.
Well, you have to
Ah,
think they're gonna take the
shit.
lead at some point, because they're really looking dangerous at the moment.
Seko Fofana.
Yeah.
Really a very poor ball. Joao
Okay.
Cancelo.
Yeah. I think it's because I was so desperate to go to the toilet when I got in the house.
The ball.
I think it's because I was so desperate to go to the toilet when I got in the house.
Room to roam for Gavincha. And the referee
Yeah.
has awarded a corner following that touch.
Well, they haven't created too much lately, but the fans know this is a chance to take the lead here.
Mbappe. Outrageously skillful. Can they forge ahead?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that helps as well.
Playing it short. Mbappe. Neymar. And that's an important intervention. Cruyff. That's a foul, and it will be a potentially dangerous free kick. Neymar wishes he had that passing opportunity back. Federico Chiesa. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And Varane foiling them. And the danger cleared. Hakimi. Did well to win the ball back. He made it look simple, really. Renato Sanchez. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Jorginho. Now Cruyff. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Mbappe. He could pick out a teammate. Seko Fofana. Well, they're keeping their opponents moving and guessing. That is not going to do. Well wide of the target. Joao Cancelo. Jorginho. Getting in there to take it away. Puskás, tackling and winning the ball to boot. Puskás. In search of space. Well, what a stop that was. And over it comes, and the keeper hangs on at the second attempt.
Well, he's done really well, hasn't he? Great stop, and then the reaction.
And he was in the right place to intercept. Ferenc Puskás. N'Golo Kanté. Jorginho. Kanté has it. Plenty of options. And let's give credit to the defending. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Renato Sanchez. Joao Cancelo. Garincha. Can they make one of these passes count? Crave. Neymar! Blocked it brilliantly. Brilliant save. Puskás. Klaus. Now with Hakimi. Johan Cruyff. They've given it away. Beautifully weighted ball. Cruyff. N'Golo Kante. Might be able to set up the chance. Couldn't quite hang on. Well, a time for composure on the ball. Making high pressing work for them here. Garincha. Fofana with it. Will he play it in? Seko Fofana. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. N'Golo Kante. Just 15 minutes remaining. And Beast now in potentially a dangerous position. But they dealt with the threat posed. Joao Cancelo. Cruyff. And Neymar. Alert defending. Federico Chiesa. We saw the situation developing. Conte. Klaus. Passes like that, very much in his repertoire. Level pegging, but can they change that? Good pressure high up the pitch. Cruyff. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Well, no luck keeping possession. Seko Fofana. Given away by the Dons. Chiesa. Joao Cancelo. Great strong tackle, throw in forthcoming. Well, forward they go again. Can they win this? But quick thinking defensively. Showing teamwork and commitment. Messi. Could be. And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama.
There it is, my super soft man.
So the ball rolling again. The referee blows for full time. It ends in a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here. Messi. Could be. And a goal! This is why we adore. warm welcome on what is a glorious night for football. Perfect playing conditions. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart Robson. And we have FUT Elite Division action coming right up for you. It's the Dons versus the Black Cats.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set, two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
And here's how it looks for Dons. Edouard Mendy stands between the posts. Theo Hernandez starts with Joao Cancelo in the fullback positions. And up front today, Johan Cruyff. Kosa. Pass after pass, keeping their opponents moving. Atal. Kimpembe. Theo Hernandez. Far from textbook defending, but the danger averted for now. The Dons being afforded too much room. Neymar. Here's Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez with it now. Theo Hernandez. Cruyff. And no way through. And he takes it away. Isn't going to end up being productive for them. But nothing comes of it. Running with the ball confidently. Theo Hernandez. Matteo Guendouzi. Kimpembe. Kosa. Atal. Kimpembe. Well, pass after pass, maybe they can chisel an opportunity. Well, they've given him too much space. Kosa. It's Kimpembe now.
Okay, baby.
Theo Hernandez. And Maradona has it. Well, far from the ideal pass. Good vision. Can he get onto this? And a goal to open the scoring. No wonder they're celebrating.
And this match, because today was meant to be crazy.
Mm.
And everything
Well,
was
the
just
Black Cats
falling out of my
victory
lap.
started. Can they wipe out that last goal? Theo Hernandez.
It's one of those demos that I
Theo
like.
Hernandez now.
Everyone under the earth is invited.
Oh boy.
Matteo Guendouzi. And he's taken it away. And out of play it goes, alas. Savanier. And on to Ginola. Attacking possibilities for the Black Cats. And very deftly cut out.
Well, the hosts, as you can see, haven't enjoyed the majority of possession, but their attacking play has been really incisive. It's been a really good display from them so far.
Room to roam for the Dons on the wing. Seko Fofana. Here's Renato Sanchez. Joao Cancelo. Oh, left his man behind here. Garincha. Cuts it back. And still looking for space. Not to be this time. how to blunt the edge of the opposing attack. From one side of the pitch to the other. Well, it could be on for him here. And a goal it is. But offside is the verdict.
Well, it's a good finish, but he was just offside. Great decision by the assistant.
Might be onto something with that ball. Throw-ins given. How about the cross? Cutting the ball back. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. Guendouzi. Sabanier. Cleared away comprehensively. Well, half-time coming up shortly and the home side on top. Stuart, interested to get your critique.
Well, they've worked hard and played well to be in front here, but they now need to keep their focus as we approach half-time.
And the problem not completely solved. Danger averted for now. Garincha with the chance to attack. And the managers will now deliver their half-time team talks. We're at the end of 45 minutes in this game. Off and running again, a slender lead for the Dons, but far from being in the bag. Renato Sanchez. Fofana with it. Garincha. And space for the cross. And play halted, free kick given. And that short pass, this could be interesting. Garincha. And pulled back. Looking for the angle. Determined block. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Well, high quality defending. Oh, nice ball. Mbappe. And he stopped them just when they looked menacing. Johan Cruyff. The Dons being afforded too much room. Splendid defending, and it needed to be. And the keeper will happily collect that one. That's how to dispossess your opponent.
Well, the visitors, as you can see, have enjoyed so much of the possession, but without really creating enough chances. They've almost passed the ball for the sake of it. They need to start getting it into their front players much quicker to get back into this.
Well, he's lost it. Attacking possibilities for the Black Cats. Theo Hernandez. Now, will they be able to play it in behind the defence? Well, they couldn't keep that sequence going, unfortunately. So half an hour remaining. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. Garincha. Seko Fofana. Theo Hernandez. Nice switch of play. Throw-ins given. Well, the referee just... looking to let the play flow, but now it will be a booking, Stuart.
Well, as soon as the ball went dead, he was always going to book him, and he's absolutely right to do so.
Crossing possibilities. Crisp tackling. Youssef Attal. Still trailing, but they're upping the pressure. Youssef Attal. Will he play it in? Attal. And Maradona has it. Went in strongly to win the ball. Joao Cancelo. 20 minutes to go in this one. Well read to ease the pressure. And a throw-in forthcoming. Chance to play it in. Went in strongly, decisively. Youssef Attal. And unable to pick out a teammate. And that'll be a throw. We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
In that last challenge, he took a blow to his upper thigh, but at the moment, he's carrying on.
Cheers, Jeff. Moving the ball effectively. And given the defence... touch, the referee says corner. And the substitution will occur now. Well, a short corner here. Matteo Guendouzi. On to Messi. Well, possibilities inside the box. So a corner, can the Black Cats use the set piece to their advantage? Really vital interception here. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Well, he read that brilliantly at the back. Crave. Well-timed tackle. Well, they'll be happy to have regained possession. Crave. This could finish it. But no, the chance goes a-begging. Goodness gracious me.
Well, you just wonder, will that come back to haunt them? He has to do better there.
Messi. Trailing as they are, they're not likely to get too many opportunities late in this game. Could be a chance to break here. All hands on deck. And he's in. He's gone and...
Sorry, unfortunately, my camera isn't actually working, so I won't be able to join you on video.
Because I looked at his stats and I just looked at his like skill moves and weak foot and I thought he probably can't pass, but can he pass? If he can pass, then yeah, I'm down. Give me that. He practices 16%. Best. I mean, yeah, Best is great, mate, but he goes for Barcelona.
Hi all, lovely to meet you. I'm Rachel Matosho. I'm a solutions engineer here at OneTrust. So my job is really to take you through the product demonstration, and I will be the one answering all your questions in regards to the product. Perfect. That would be great. Let me share my screen, and if you could all let me know when that comes across. Perfect. So this is the OneTrust home screen. So I'll just go through again a few refreshers for everyone's memory. So obviously we're a modular solution. You can access that all through this one portal. We're cloud-based, so you can access this with the internet. We support an organizational hierarchy, meaning that you can divide the platform into corporate or regional departments, so everyone has access to things on a need-to-know basis. Through this, we do also support role-based access, as well as single sign-on, and we do support multiple languages. So I'll be taking you through the third-party risk management module, also known as our vendor management. Or vendor risk management, shall we say. There are a few names. And I'll be taking you through the life cycle of how we actually assess our third parties within OneTrust. So starting from the process in which we actually onboard, and by onboard I mean this in two ways. So first of all, how we actually move our current information into OneTrust, and secondly, how we can continuously onboard new vendors, and when we're about to work with new vendors or procure new vendors, how we can actually manage this process within OneTrust. Then from here, how we assess them both internally and externally, and then look at the risks and mitigate them. So understand how we can mitigate or remediate, and from there, how we can continuously monitor and visualize and report. If you do have any questions at any point in time, please do feel free just to interrupt me. We love interactive sessions at OneTrust. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, no problem. You can always leave a question in the chat, and Dale or and Adrian will help me take a look at that and will interrupt me on your behalf. So on the left-hand side is how we navigate, and now we are in the vendor risk management module. We have two inventory types. So we have our vendors, which represent any of our third parties, and our assets, which typically represent the products or services that our vendors are supplying to us. From this view here, this is essentially a vendor register. So I can filter this view. I can actually filter according to my type of vendor. So as an example, I will filter according to my technology vendors. I can save this, and now I have a new view. I can also use my column selector to make certain fields visible or hidden. And then I can save this view. So this may be my technology vendor view, and this is obviously relevant for specific teams. So you could have team views, but you can also have individual views. So you can choose to make it private, where this view is more relevant to your specific role. Now, if you take a look into one of our third parties, so in this instance Atlassian, there's a few things I would like to point out to you on this page. So first of all, it has gone through a workflow. And workflows are how we really manage and govern the process, and it's also how we bring automation into the platform. So I'll come back to explain the workflows in a bit more detail later on in the demonstration. Second of all, we have this related snapshot in which we can see a 360-degree view of this vendor. So this is referring to this right-hand side here, and therefore we can see the products and services that this vendor is providing to us, any related contracts that we may have, any related engagements that we may have with them. And then we have this details tab, which enables us to capture as much information as required about this particular vendor. So it consists of these descriptive fields, and these descriptive fields are known as attributes within OneTrust. So we can use this to capture as much information as necessary that may be industry specific, that may be regulatory specific. But either way, you have full flexibility in terms of customizing this. So this is a brief snapshot of some main features, and now we will go through the life cycle. So starting with the onboarding process. So there's a few ways in which we can actually onboard. We have our structured bulk import, and we have our self-service portal, which is also how we would maintain this going forward, enabling our first line to be able to request the use of new vendors, and then we have system integration. So if you don't mind, could you just explain about how you're keeping this vendor information, or do you have siloed ways of keeping this information?
It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
And here's how it looks for Dons. Edouard Mendy starts in goal. Theo Hernandez starts with Joao Cancelo in the fullback positions. And up front today, Johan Cruyff. The starting lineup for Rockets. Mike Maignan begins in goal. Rafael Varane plays alongside Marquinhos in central defence. Kylian Mbappe starts with Houssem Aouar in central midfield. And leading the line today is Emilio Butragueño.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, he likes to run at them. Theo Hernandez. Renato Sanchez with it now. In it goes! But wait a minute, that will not count.
Well, that was tight, but he was just offside. It was a good finish, though.
Seko Fofana.
Okay,
Can they
perfect.
prize them open
Thank
now?
you for explaining that both. So in that instance, what would be the best way of actually building your inventory would be a system integration with SAP, so that you can move that initial information and being able to also move the contracts as well in using this integration. So we can actually build different integrations for different systems. We have a large integrations gallery, so we have over 500 pre-built plugins, but overall we can integrate with anything with an open REST API. So we would just ask you to really be able to know what you want to achieve for the integration. In this instance, it is quite a simple use case that we come across frequently, just essentially a transfer or a duplication of what you have in another system. And then from there, we'll just scope that out, understand fully if there's anything else you would like to add into this integration, and this will be done with our implementation consultants, and then from there it's something that we would help you to set up, and then if you require us for maintenance, that's up to you. You can use our different levels of support, but as you also do have technical people in-house, that may be something that you would like to maintain, and we'll work with you to be able to enable you to maintain that as well.
Given it straight to the opposition.
Yes. Yeah, we can do contracts and management. We can integrate with those systems as well. So it would be moving over those documentation into our contract section within that
A bit
vendor
sloppy in
management
possession.
module. Perfect. Then, in terms of
And they
keeping it
continue
up to
to
date, what we
advance.
have is the
And a lot of
self-service
options
portal
now.
and the
Still an
concept of
opportunity.
assessments as well. And as I said, this
Well,
is
through
really
to
for our
Martin.
first time. This is for our business users to be able to come to this
Well, that was a great
designated
save.
area in the
But the
platform.
way they're
So
playing at
they
the
will come
moment,
to the
the
self-service
equaliser can't be
portal
far away now.
and be able to launch an assessment anytime they
Press
want
was
to work
on and
with
it worked.
a new vendor or a new system. So, as an
Mbappe.
example, finance.
Now
They
Neymar.
want to work with a new system
On the
for
other
their
way.
payroll and perhaps it's Sage. So they would come in, the department lead or a key business owner here would come in and go to the self-service portal, which they would only have access to. They wouldn't have access to the full vendor management, and then launch this
A
assessment.
wonderful
And this
intervention.
assessment that I'm going to discuss here is will work as a screening assessment for an initial indication of risk. So based on the information that they
Butragueño on the
briefly
ball.
know, we will capture that and then be able to understand how much further assessments do we require.
Well, a promising move from the
So
Rockers.
this is what
Takes
they
the
would
shot.
see. They'll be able to
And the
see
keeper
this
flings himself
assessment.
at the
It is
ball.
really interactive and it's very user friendly. They would put in a
Fired
few
over by
information, so they
Mendy.
would put in the
No
products and
trouble at
services
all
that
as
this
far
vendor
as
would
the
be
keeper was
providing,
concerned.
any processing activities that they're aware of. And this processing activities question is quite
A bit
key
of
in the
running
fact
room
that it
now on the
starts to
wing.
populate your processing activities register as well. So from a
Well,
data
timely
mapping
interception.
perspective, you start to build your records of processing activities. And
And
then
showing his
from
opponent.
the screen, in terms of the screening questions, now it starts to get to the security and your CIA
Ginola.
principles as well, trying to capture any information that we know
Seko
on that.
Fofana.
So this is
And
actually
the
an
Dons have the
out-of-the-box
ball once
template
more.
that OneTrust provide. This is called our vendor onboarding checklist. And many of our customers choose to work with this right out of the box, but obviously you have the full freedom to customize this further. So if
Snuffing
there's
out the
anything
danger.
else you would like to capture within this assessment, we can do this through our assessment builder. And we'll again talk about this a little bit later on in this
Renato
demonstration.
Sanchez.
So once they're happy with that, they
And the
will
Rockets
submit
have
that and
possession
that
again.
enters our under review stage. And any risks that were indicated based on that assessment will be
Butragueño.
returned and will be visible within
Wonderful
the
vision from
vendor
Lionel
record
Messi.
itself. So they can actually,
Keeper's in trouble.
by completing that
Oh,
assessment, they
superb
would actually
save.
create a new vendor record and it will start to go through a workflow
Renato
and any
Sanchez.
risks that were
Pressure.
flagged
Can they make something of
will show
this?
up here. Hi Valeria.
Ginola. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. The high press was on, and that's a fantastic tackle. Awar. It's with Awar.
Exactly.
Mbappe.
Yeah.
And
So
the goal!
in this
They lead by
in this
3.
instance,
Fully
from the
deserved.
specific risks, you will see all of them listed
Well, the
here.
managers will
But in the
deliver the
related,
half-time
you will
team
be able to
talks.
see any
We're at the
extra
end of
processing
45 minutes in
activities.
this game.
So in this instance, it's not fully populated for Atlassian, but if there were any related processing activities, it will show up here, and then it would also link to our data mapping module. So assuming that you have that, then that would also populate your data mapping and it will start to build up that roadmap of yours.
So back to the action,
Perfect.
and the Dons know they've
So
really got to lift themselves.
the next part is assessing the third parties and how we can actually assess them externally
And a
this
good
time
tackle.
rather than internally, sending out assessments to our vendor contacts. But as I said, workflows are really important and it's how we manage and govern this process. And we can have many different types of
Oh, he
workflows.
did
So as
superbly
an
well to
example,
get back
here we
there
have
and
a
thwart it.
high-risk vendor onboarding workflow. And we've deemed this high
Renato
risk
Sanchez.
based on our initial screening assessment,
And he's
that
won the ball.
we saw just a few moments ago.
Decisive pass from Mbappe.
So from that,
Ginola is in
based on
here.
that assessment, it's been deemed high risk, and now we want to take it through this high risk workflow in which certain assessments will be sent out at specific